Now when this anime first dropped, I was hyped because of two things. Me being a 2000s kid, so I literally grew up watching Power Rangers. But also because I remember seeing a teaser for this anime in one of those like YouTube shorts. And I don't know man, something about the animation in this teaser really just made me want to watch it. And to give a quick recap of what this anime is about, I'll put it like this. One day a mysterious floating castle appeared out of nowhere, full of evil fighters that were ready to take over the world. But then the Dragon Keepers, these guys, put a stop to that when they realized how weak they were. So they made a deal with the monsters to put on a show for the public that literally is a plot of OG Power Rangers, where the Dragon Keepers beat the monsters every Sunday, essentially making the evil fighters slaves. Then one day Fighter D got tired of this act and now is on a quest to infiltrate the Ranger Force using his shape-shifting powers to kill the Dragon Keepers one by one. And damn, that plot low-key slaps. But after only watching 6 episodes while it was airing, I dropped the show. I don't know man, it just wasn't engaging me enough throughout these weekly episodes. And I just eventually moved on to watching like JJK for like the 6th time. Now fast forward a year later and it seems like I wasn't the only one who dropped the show. Cause tell me why, while I was scrolling through the homepage, I literally saw the season 2 of this anime being aired. And I was like, holy shit, I gotta pick this show up again. Come on now, bruh, you know that's not how it went. But it did make me curious. Throughout hearing all the anime that was being dropped this year, why didn't I hear about this anime getting a season 2? And that's why I made this video, talk about the seamlessly forgotten anime known as Go-Go Loser Ranger. Now there could be multiple reasons why this anime season 2 wasn't hyped enough. Was the show boring and slow? Was it the lack of dopamine and fight scenes? These were all questions I had and just assumed while looking at this anime. But I decided to take a more direct approach and rewatch season 1 to see where this anime went wrong. Was this anime just bad? So it was time to get to work. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it's because I haven't watched TV in a while, but I literally binged this show 6 episodes straight. And my final verdict is that this show is good. But that's it. Like there weren't really any moments in season 1 that made me shit my pants or made me have to pause and think about it. And that's okay. Not every anime has to be like soul leveling in terms of action or free reign in terms of depth. It was fun turning off my brain and just enjoying whatever was happening on screen. But that clears up the first problem. The show's definitely far from being a snooze fest. And fuck man, this show's low-key on par with Windbreaker. So why is a show like Windbreaker taking up the spotlight for the spring anime, while this season 2 is not being talked about at all? And to put it simply, this show just wasn't hyped enough. And take a page out of Car's video, thank you Car, you're to go. He's right, there was literally zero marketing for this anime. And apparently Disney was supposed to do the marketing, but man, whatever happened, this show was just not heard. Which explains why not many people are talking about the season 2 of this anime. But enough about the marketing. Okay, so another thing that made this show kinda droppable was the pacing. After like 1 or 2 episodes, it's pretty slow, with it taking a few episodes until you get some real action. Which brings me to my second point. I think this anime is way better as a binge watch. Okay, hear me out, alright? Hands are on the table. I know y'all are saying that no shit Sherlock, every show's better as a binge watch. First of all, that's just cap. Let's use soul leveling for an example. Remember how I was watching week by week Sung Ji-woo, the protagonist, get stronger and stronger? You kinda felt like you were leveling up with bro. Not only that, but with the extra time in between, it made the boss fights way more rewarding to see. And now take binging soul leveling. That progression that Jinwoo goes on kinda feels like crap. Like in one episode he's the weakest hunter of all time, and in the next he's just the ore farmer go. Like it just doesn't feel the same comparing the two. Now that's not me being an anime elitist. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's a good fucking show. But I just wanted to use it as an example of how watching anime weekly and watching all in one sitting definitely changes the experience of watching a show. And Loser Ranger is definitely a binge watch. Like watching the last 6 episodes in one go had me way more entertained than if I kept going back to this anime like every Sunday. Now let's talk about these characters. Now, I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning, I didn't care for any of these characters, except you, other than Fighter D. But after finishing season 1, I actually do like a surprising amount of these characters. This is kinda random, but I think another reason why this anime isn't as popular as a show like Windbreaker is because of the time it came out on. I mean, you have these heavy hitters like Fire Force, Windbreaker, and all these other anime being dropped early in April, which doesn't help the fact that this was one of the last anime to drop during the April releases. So it already doesn't have good marketing. Mixed with the fact that it's getting buried by all these other anime, kinda killed the hype for the show. But a question you might have is that, is season 2 even good? And should I even pick up this show? Well, allow me to watch over 3 hours worth of episodes in one day. Wow, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, this season, in my opinion, is fucking gas. Like, remember how I said season 1 was kinda slow, had some filler moments? Good, because this season has so much shit happen in each episode that it almost feels rushed, but like in a good way. So trust me, if you're still on the fence of deciding if you should pick this show up again, do it, cause they amplify the craziness of this entire show by like 100. With so much lore being dropped, especially towards the end of the season, that made me have to go back and rewind just to catch it all. So yes, season 2 is a big step up from season 1. But that's enough for me. At the end of the day, I'm just here to tell you video why I think this show flopped in terms of popularity. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe to join boy on this journey. Follow the socials below and comment what you'll think of this anime, because I don't know if I'm tripping or not. But with that, I'm gonna catch you boys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.